to Monstieur Mix, a show where we take something nice and pretty and we turn it into something dark and gritty.
All right, we made it. What's up, guys? Today we are discussing our redesigns of Morrigan and Samus matched up and mixed and matched up, however you want to say it. It's our first mix match show. It should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing what all these guys came up with, and we got everybody's wrong names on the thing, so let's just get rid of those. God, just so retarded. Just so
never
retarded.
easy, is it?
It's not. That's why last minute get-togethers are always yeah. But anyway, all right. Please introduce yourselves, everyone, because nobody has name tags. Here we go. Amir.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, you
am
cut
I
out.
talking?
You cut out for a second, but you go start over.
Okay, sorry about that. Hi, my name's Amir Alam. I am a concept artist and illustrator based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm really happy to be back on the show. Morrigan and Samus. They're just video game icons, and I couldn't pass up the chance to draw some schmexes stuff with my friends. And yeah, I work at Hitbox, and I'm really happy to be here, just jamming.
All right. Well, welcome. Right.
Next person.
And I am James Starking. I'm a freelance concept artist and illustrator, and I am currently based in Washington, D.C. And I'm glad to be here.
All right. Welcome. I'm adjusting stuff as we're talking, but keep going. Randy.
Hello,
Wake up.
My name is Randy Tironi, and I am a freelance concept artist based in California. And I'm working on a lot of projects and working on a lot of freelance for various clients.
Hey, I'm Lucas St. Martin. I am a character artist, 3D modeler, concept artist out of Redwood City, California, but have since migrated to Baltimore, Maryland to wait out the lockdown. Currently working at 31st Union Video Game Studio, formerly 2K Silicon Valley.
Awesome, man.
What's going on, guys? I'm Ryan Matazzi, also known as Artazzi. Been in the industry for film and games for 8+ years, and constantly always trying to grow my skills and get better. And I'm happy to be here as well.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Hi, I'm Bodega. I'm the expert. I'm here. This is what you call it? This is James's brainchild, the Samus, Aaron, and Morrigan mashup. He loves match, and I'm glad it happened. And I'm just here to talk shit. Hopefully, I got this.
Oh man, we got our pants down, showing all the penises today. Yeah. I'm usually more prepared, but everything's last minute. Anyway,
I can only see our faces though.
that's okay for now. So you here, let me introduce you. I'm Jared Coffin. I'm the host of the show. Welcome. We're a little scatterbrained today because we're kind of getting everybody together last second, and all our pants are down. So stare at our penises and enjoy. Yeah, if you want to see everybody's art, I sent you a link to that, but I can do it again. Or actually, if someone could forward it to him, that'd be great. Forward him the link. That's even
You
better.
shared in the chat.
No, because it moves stuff around. We can't do it. Anyway, well, we got some people saying hello. Cascadia Studio, hello. Oh, you're a new one. Never met you before. Danderful, what's up, man? Danderful actually contributed to the show. He did a design, but he's got the Rona or something like the Rona, and he wasn't able to make it. So
That sucks.
Hope he gets better.
That's my boy.
yeah, ass piss. but yeah. So were you able to get that link? Because it's gonna be real awkward if we move forward and you don't got it.
We got it in the chat in our Jitsi
Oh, I love you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Ardasi did it.
All right. So, you guys all have fun working on your Samus Morgan matchups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Pretty rad.
I thought it was pretty fun. I kind of. This is the first match for me because I contributed this time, and it was kind of weird wrapping your brain around like redesigning and mashing something up. So, do you guys have a hard time with that, or it can come pretty easy?
Honestly, it was tough. It was so tough because usually we only have like what 3 elements per character to maintain while we add our spin, and then now you're trying to manage like the most important bits from 2 characters and then adding your own spin. It's like,
I think that's kind of the thing that I'm most interested to see, right? Is who picked what parts of which character, right? And then how do they incorporate horror to those things? It was a lot of stuff to try to push in there.
Exactly.
she can handle it though. She's got a lot of. Sorry, that's bad.
Yeah, she can. Naughty gal. Yeah, it's almost like it's really easy to get lost. I think. I mean, I got lost a little bit. I think I probably did the least horrific thing that I ever did in my life. But you know, it was fun nonetheless. And you guys want to get into it? I already exposed Amir a little bit because I didn't have the right screen open. But Amir, would you like to expose yourself to the camera first?
Sure, I don't mind. Am I screen sharing? Am I
Okay.
just talking about it?
So we're looking at your first set of sketches right now, and if you guys want to follow along, you will see them in subsequent order on the Google Drive link that you guys got sent.
Alrighty, I'm opening it up right now. Let me get the drive. Alrighty, let's take a look. Oh, okay, first set of sketches. So, for this part of the process, I was mainly just exploring. These are the good ones. There's a lot more crappy sketches, but here I thought I came up with some pretty unique ideas. Mainly, I'm focusing on how I want the character to be posed and what are the major proportions of my character, and what elements am I choosing to accentuate in the design. You know, looking at these, I actually really like the one where she's sitting upright and I have this giant triangle.
Right here?
Yes, the one that's in like full gray, and then the top right silhouette.
Top right silhouette.
Yeah, I'm really digging that now that I'm looking at it. But I ended up going with the triangle-based one, the one that has like an arrow pointing down. If we can move on to the next slide, we can see how that one
All right.
evolved. All those X's were just like the deductive process of me. Instead of, I find it easier to X out the ones I don't like than actually just pick one right off the bat. So if you guys are ever having trouble picking from a bunch of thumbnails, it's a lot easier to just...
Hold on 1 second, Amir. Let me adjust so everybody can see things correctly on the screen, because this is also kind of a last minute thing.
You got it. New system.
Love you.
Ah, no problem.
Sorry, everyone. Alright. That's better. Okay.
Much better.
Alright, so these exits, these are all your iterative comps, huh?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, a lot of the stuff I learned in the recent Entertainment Design 2 course that I took, taught by James Pake. So I was really excited after the class to try out some of the techniques I didn't get to fully explore. And this was one of them.
Yeah, these are nice, man. These are all nice. I like this this vagina one on the bottom right. It's a cool. It's a cool one.
Yeah, that was a close second.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of Dune God Emperor feel to it.
Yeah, for sure. Here, moving on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show the final product.
All right, this is the hotness.
Ta-da! What do you guys think?
Well, let's take a zoom in sex shot and see what we got going here.
Yeah, take them on the tour.
So tell us about your final design and why you chose it.
All right. Well, I liked the comp a lot. I thought it had more potential than the other ones. And I struggled choosing between this one and the top-down view. And my reasoning for choosing this one was that I really fell in love with the series of shapes that are the big back wings creating a outer triangle, her lower leg that creates kind of a secondary array within the triangle, and then punctuated by the gun like right in the middle, and then it moves up to her head, and then everything else in the composition I was able to play around and riff off that shape over and over. Yeah, and I just really enjoyed playing with that comp so much that I ended up sticking with it. But it wasn't until I figured out that I enjoyed that downward slope that was created by that initial series of shapes that I was able to choose it in the first place.
Tell me about the environment that she's in. Some thought went into this, right?
A little bit, yeah. She's on a alien planet that has some Saturn rings around it, and it is sunset. So this is kind of my imagining of what sunset would look like on a Saturn-like planet that has oxygen on it, so she can breathe. That shadow on the right there on Saturn's rings, that's actually a cast shadow that was created by the planet itself on the rings. So I was like experimenting with how that would work and how I could play with the composition.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool. So is she like a does she belong on this particular planet? Does she visit? What's her story? Do you have one?
Glad you asked. Yeah, I do. So she comes to this planet. This is Fusion Samus. So she comes like dressed as she normally is, but then she gets infected with like alien goodness, and it turns her into a succubus. So then that was my excuse to give her Morrigan shapes. So the idea for her design is basically creating a Morrigan-like silhouette, but with Metroid fusion themes. So like aliens kind of taking over the mechanical bits on her and creating these extra structures out of alien biology.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, you always go kind of deep with the history of your concepts. I dig it.
I try.
So when you first started with your process, like what was did you have any issues like with big hurdles or anything like that with trying to figure stuff out, or did it all kind of flow like that in the happy place?
It was gut-wrenchingly hard. Yeah.
Why?
Because you want to be able to fit both characters into one design, the Morrigan and the Samus, look at the Irish. And it's hard to choose like which elements you want, and you have images in your head. Like in the original design, in those original silhouettes, I had some Samus like Metroid helmet designs with like some sticky slime that's supposed to look like Morgan's hair, and there's just like a lot of stuff that you're trying to combine and wrestle with, and you don't know what to pick. I ended up going a safer route. Oh, right. Speaking of the safer route I chose, let me talk a little bit about some genius ideas I had for this design that totally came from me and pre-planning. Nothing to do with Raging Rajang whatsoever.
He's saying cheeks in the comments.
So kind.
Cheeks.
Cheeks. Yeah. I added Celtic knots, and she has a wooden old theme to her design because it's supposed to look it's supposed to give hints of Irishness that is Morgan, and I was all 100% in the front figured out 1 + 1 is 2. I did that.
Where are these Celtic knots at? In her arm?
Andrew, where are those Celtic knots at?
Where are you hiding them, bro?
Hey, bro, you saw them in the gun, right? I'm assuming the gun. Yes, I saw them in the gun, and I put them in the gun.
Okay, I like them.
Intentionally.
I like them in the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It pleases me to have them in the gun.
Yeah, Celtic knots. That's really deep history understanding of the Irish peoples.
Seamus.
That is Morgan.
And Seamus.
Morgan
Scottish
is
name, but okay.
Any feedback from you gentlemen?
Yeah. So something I really like, man, that you did here is that there's a lot of like compositional momentum. I can see that you place things specifically to just kind of give the movement towards the important parts. Like, for example, you got those little spikes on the elbows of the wings, right? And those are all pointing at her face. It's like, yo, look at me, right? And even like, for example, like the Saturn's ring, you have the shadow kind of nicely placed at a point where it's starting to kind of like point into that momentum of where those two wings meet as it goes to across her legs and down to that point. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you're doing with the shapes, and it keeps my eye moving around and just kind of looking at the important stuff. So good job on that, man. It's really cool.
Thank you.
She looks like a roach. The legs, those are roach legs.
Joe's apartment looking ass. I see it.
So you're all done. You're all done. Looks bitchin', man. What's your favorite? What's your favorite part about what you did?
Favorite. I'm really happy with that downward slope I was talking about. Just like the energy that goes from her shoulder down to the very front knuckles of the wings. I think just that whole kind of gesture and flow of shapes is something I'm most pleased about.
Yeah, Real was right about the leading lines. Real good job with the illustration, keeping everything lit and in the right spots and pointing to the right things. And yeah, man, dig it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and it seems still canon for some reason to the whole Samus universe. So pretty cool.
Yeah, agreed.
That's what I was going for.
It really does feel like it's in the
let's-
Samus universe.
Thanks.
Ryoma, would you like to go next?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to kind of take it a little bit of a manga look. I don't know what we're looking at right now.
Right now I'm playing your video while you chat about it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, so I didn't have as much time as I'd like for this one, so I wanted to choose a style that would be within scope for the time allotted. So I was doing a lot of thinking about, like, maybe I should try out the manga look, and kind of what these guys mentioned earlier. Like, it's difficult, right? We got Samus, we got Morrigan, and then also we got to have that horror aspect into it. So the biggest thing I thought was like, dang, all right, well, I'm going to try to take the shapes of Samus. I'm going to try to take Morrigan as being, within Samus's suit. And where's the horror aspect going to come from? And this is where I kind of like took a lot of references from things like Berserk, right? But trying to like take that energy and still make sense with kind of all this hybridization of all these parts. So the whole idea is that Morrigan is like kind of taking the Metroid lore, is like got infected by this thing and just now elevated. Now it's more to this divine space, whether it be like a demon or an angel. What's the difference, right? They're a higher being. And she's kind of like going and transitioning into that. So yeah, a lot of, like I said, a lot of looking at Berserk and have the fun shapes that they got and just implementing it while still keeping the sexy, because that's what Morrigan is really known for.
Yeah, boobs, definitely boobs.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I really like the implementation of like the eyeballs, and like, cause she's got those big giant pauldrons that kind of make the Samus design.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice, man.
I love those giant pauldrons.
Those pauldrons are huge, bro. Huge.
They're so round.
Yes.
They're so round, man.
Great, beautiful pauldrons.
Now they looking back.
Great eyes. Beautiful eyes. Yeah. Anyway, do you use this technique often? With like, it seems like you're pretty used to the anime style of like watching you draw it. It seemed like it kind of came easy to you.
Yeah, I mean, I started off, with my art, I guess, interest, just trying to like copy things that I was watching. Like I was watching Toonami. I mean, even before that, I was going back between Japan and the U.S. and I felt like I was kind of spoiled because I was watching like the older 90s anime like Akira or Ghost in the Shell or Pat Labor and all those stuff where it's like, those were the hardcore things, and then now we got, cookie cutter animu right now, but it's okay, to each their own. But yeah, I mean, this is something I've been growing up with over the years, and it is kind of like a part of my DNA, especially within my style. But for me, I like to kind of diverse anyways and just kind of do a lot of different types of styles.
Yeah, I dig it, man. I myself was trying to get into, I don't know, I'm a big fan of Ninja Scroll just because it broke my cherry.
Yeah.
It was my first. I remember cheering. I was watching it in the garage with my friends, and we were literally like cheering every time Jubei slammed his head into the dude's head. Like, that's how into it we were. It was amazing.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, it was cool. I wanted to capture like those older anime that I think a lot of people are not really exposed to right now. I think when people think about anime, they think about like the cutesy, high pitch, like too sweet of a candy. But I grew up with the anime that kind of made you want to question your life afterwards.
This definitely has this cool kind of Kill la Kill villain feel.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I could see the Satsuki type of look.
Yeah.
I could see that.
What's that? I missed that.
Oh,
Kill la Kill is an anime. It's sort of a satirical anime about the ridiculousness of a bunch of other anime, but this definitely feels like a cool like ultra boss kind of end boss for that character. But it's dope. I like the tone, the mood of it. Feels really cool.
Nice.
One thing I'd be interested to know, just because I sort of did a similar thing, but it's cool to see what some people did and what some people didn't. Why kind of go with the more biomechanical stuff than like robotics, right? Because I kind of went a similar route and have some rationale for that, but kind of curious what yours was as well.
Sure, mine is not deep at all. It's just because last time we did Death Scythe. so this time I wanted to do like something really kind of grotesque and monster-like, and yeah, I mean, again, like another great example for this type of look is like Guyver, and even if I was gonna go mechanized, one of my favorite mechs is like from Evangelion, right? It's more organic looking. So, and honestly, I think that would be the future, right? If we had the higher tech, like we would probably be able to create like muscle tissue in some ways. So it's pretty cool. It was fun.
Yeah, definitely. We're always trying to imitate like real structures with robotics. We're just still so far off from that, but not that far. Not that far. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, we're getting there. So it'll be cool.
You don't see the Samus part.
You don't see it? I see it.
What?
It looks like more Soul Calibur Nightmare.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that with
Like,
the eyes.
With the eyes and that gauntlet on the Buster.
Yeah.
It's more like Nightmare's glove.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
it.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, like I think I've definitely
well.
toned back the Samus. I mean, the biggest Samus stuff is coming from like the shoulder pieces as well as the gun. But
the best spot though is those eye nipples. I'm just saying. Eye nips. But yeah,
They look
amazing.
I just see like it's like more of a Nightmare Soul Calibur feel, which is dope though.
What I like
But
how descriptive this design is.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Well, it's all the shapes are incredible. The design. It has a real theme to it, with pushing all the kind of like the eyes and whatnot. It's created a theme along the entire design to go along with, and it's got this biological machine feel throughout the whole armor design, which is very cohesive and really links it all together, you know.
Yeah, I think it's simplified enough to actually be able to see this particular design animated. So, like, if someone wanted to animate it in a cartoon, it's the right flavor, totally. I don't know if you mentioned it, but what was your biggest hurdle, Ryoma?
Ooh, I mean, I think it's the ingredients, right? Like, we had 3 ingredients, and you had to figure out how to fluctuate between the 2, or between the 3. And I think that what's something that you don't see here is I actually was like thinking about it a lot, and also I had some quick sketches in my sketchbook to see if I can figure it out. And I think the biggest thing that I did was that kind of pushed me forward was just draw the silhouette of the Samus suit, and then see what you can design within that. And then that's where I kind of ended up here.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest call to Samus anyway, is that silhouette. Like, very definitive silhouette, like the giant pauldrons and all that, like in the gun arm. That's all Samus is, really. But and what's your favorite part about your design, man?
I feel like, I think it's just kind of like a love letter back to those old manga and old 90s anime. You know, it's like something that I feel like I've always loved as a kid, and it's funny that getting this prompt, I actually don't draw a lot of this type of work often. So it was like, wow, I have after all these years, I feel like I have enough skill to where I can actually represent something that I loved as a child. And it's a cool thing to kind of have that experience when you're just like, dang, it's like I can actually kind of do it. So it was definitely a heartwarming experience.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. What a bitchin' journey. Yeah, I dig it, dude. Well, great work, brother.
Appreciate it,
Dude. And it's crazy because like you were able to achieve something that you used to struggle at, and then you're able to do it so comfortably. It's like it doesn't even seem like you struggled even a bit. You're just like seeing you throw down those lines all confidently.
Oh, listen, that's the time-lapse video just being increasing the speed, so you don't see the constant undos and all that stuff. But yeah.
I feel you. We're all human.
We're all human, but we're trying to elevate ourselves.
All right. Randy, would you like to talk about what you did next?
Oh, sure. Which one are we going to start with?
Which one would you like to? Because we have one right up. We have your pencil drawing.
Let's start with the 3, or let's see.
The turnaround?
Yeah, the turnaround. Yeah, the turnaround's the one I did first.
Okay.
So, do you have the?
It's up.
Do you have it up?
And
Okay.
if
So I
you
got-
okay, and if you guys want to follow along, of course, in the chat, you guys got to open it in the drive. So.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a 3 position turnaround here. This I kind of start out with because I wanted to just start out with a design, like just get the body down and try to design an outfit for her, and was trying to implement the Samus-esque stuff in this design, but I never really pushed it that far. And so, and then in my other design beyond this one, I didn't really go. I just like, okay, I didn't even go for Samus at all. I just went straight Morrigan, and just went for like a greater demon look. So we could go on to the next one, the drawing. Okay.
We're there.
So the drawing. Okay, cool. The drawing, the pencil sketch. This one, I'm proud of because I guess my wife said it's one of my best females from This is just a pencil sketch from imagination, no reference or anything. Just sat laid on a couch and drew it.
That couch.
Yeah.
The couch
It's
of couch
the
fame.
the magic couch. Yeah. I don't know, I just love to do my artwork like that. So.
Were you laying on your
Yeah,
back?
that's what-
Were you laying on your tummy? On your back? Like straight
don't
straight
know,
up to the ceiling, and you were holding the sketch pad above with the weight on your pencil? Or were you... I want to know. I need to know. 'Cause
I guess I lay down on my back and I prop it up on my stomach, I guess.
okay. All right.
You could only draw those curves on your back, not on your stomach.
Well, you know what's really cool? A little cool technique that's pretty cool when you're drawing on a sketchbook is that if you're trying to get a little bit of perspective, you can kind of move your paper around, and it kind of forces you seeing the paper, the sketchbook's lines going away from you. You kind of creating a perspective grid naturally to draw off of.
That was also a really crazy thing that they like drilled out of us in school was, oh, I could tell that you drew this with the top half of your sketchbook kind of leaning away from you because your drawing is in some sort of bizarre perspective.
Yeah.
So that's a good check.
Yeah, when I used to draw traditional, I'd be like, man, this is looking bitchin'. And then I'd pick it up and look at it.
And then you look at it flat.
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, that means that if you drew it from a perspective, you should take a picture of it and keep it in that perspective, right? That's what you
Well, this
want
was
to-
before all the hot social media. You know, this when I was a young, just a baby.
Yeah.
With real paper.
Real paper.
Yeah.
You had to show your friends. You're
real
like, hey,
tree.
look what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really push the Morrigan, the Samus as much on this. This is just like a greater demon Morrigan. So, that's where I pushed it.
You don't like Samus. You hate Samus.
I actually have hardly played any Samus games.
Okay, that's all right.
They're
I
called
love
Metroid games, but then
Yeah.
I guess that's your point.
But more
Dang, how you gonna do a man like that?
I'm a huge fan. I love Morrigan is one of my favorite characters from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I used to play the heck out of that game.
Samus was in that game.
No, she wasn't.
I can't have a Nintendo character in that game.
Did any of you guys used to play in the arcades back in the day?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
You got a room full of nerds here.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be in those lines of like 20 people in a line to fight the guy on the front, like King of the Hill, you know, in the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the days.
Well,
Yeah.
she's
Kind of dream.
she's originally from Dark Stalkers, and I
Yeah.
still miss that IP, even though I was not that great at it. I mean, I would love to that IP to come back.
Yeah, what happened to it? Anybody know?
I know that they released a trailer, and then it's like, we're coming back, and then it's like,
We're
it's
not.
been like 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
Almost all
we'll
of those
see.
characters have been in a fighting game since, though.
Yeah.
They should have the people that did Dead or Alive? Not Dead or Alive.
Don't give it to them.
No, don't do it. Like it had boobs, but that's too much boobs, you know? Like come on, let's have
Guilty
some.
Gear.
Which one?
The Guilty Gear games.
Oh yeah. That would be cool.
And those guys, they also did the Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah. Well, Capcom's never gonna let go of this though. They're gonna keep it.
Yeah. Like,
Keep it in the
my
vault.
God. That's why they can't have the X-Men in a crossover fighter anymore, because X-Men are
It's not Disney,
time.
right? No. Is it?
Fox owns them.
Fox.
Oh, Fox
Yeah,
owns them. Jeez,
But
look at
Disney
that.
owns Fox.
Yeah, Disney owns Fox.
And now they do.
Now
Back
they
then they didn't.
Dang,
That was the
taking
biggest
over the
reason
world.
why fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 3 wasn't able to.
And they own Hope.
Yeah. Marvel
Yeah.
Capcom had to drop the X-Men, and those are like my favorite characters in those crossover fighter games.
It's too bad.
Gotta have your Berserker Barrage with Berserker Barrage.
Yeah, what's Marvel without spandex? Am I right? You gotta have that fucking dive kick.
Speaking of
Oh, you gotta
spandex,
have-
Randy, why do you hate
Yeah?
Why do you hate Samus?
I don't hate them.
You didn't put Samus anywhere in this.
I never got like the experience of playing that on your Game Boy or whatever. Like
But
maybe you guys did.
yeah, me neither.
No,
Anyway.
games without the loop, high levels.
I still love you. I dig the super metal version of Morgan you did here. It's cool.
Yeah.
I could see her being like the thicker, better boss. You know, you fight her like Morgan's sister,
Yeah, Morgan's.
Morgan's thick sister.
Yeah.
Here to mess you up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, definitely.
So when you were sketching this on the couch on your back, what were you like? Did you have any like issues, or did it just kind of flow? You said like this is like one of your better drawings, right? So like it must have come like easier. You're like in more of a flow state, right?
Pretty much, yeah. This right here, as far as I got with it, this is not the obviously not the final painting.
Oh, okay.
I would like take it to the final stage for sure. But you know, we all have a certain amount of time we can allot to doing this.
Yeah, you're working nights and stuff, man. No worries.
Yeah.
You did nice work, man. So what was your biggest hurdle with it?
My biggest hurdle, I guess, it's always just comes down to making it look like the actual character and making sure that it feels like, so making it feel like it is that character, but transforming it to be different and make it your own, but still keeping it stay Morrigan, you know?
Yeah, of course. I think that's probably the biggest problem all of us had with it. What's your favorite part about it?
The girth.
The girl.
The
You don't want to say. He doesn't want to say it, guys. But we all know what he's leaning towards.
That's why he was on his back.
Yeah.
the thickness.
Yeah, you can't handle that much girth on your stomach.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's the thickness, alright? So,
Yeah. I'm into it too, bro. Don't worry.
Okay.
You guys into it? I'm into it. Randy's into it. I'm into it. Anybody else?
Wow. Yeah, I could see this going on some girl's Clover profile as their default, picture. To signify that into anime and they thick. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely.
All right. So let's move forward. Good piece, Randy. Anybody else have anything to say about Mr. Tironi's artwork?
3 thumbs up.
3 thumbs? That's hard to do. It's hard to do.
You got it now.
I got you.
All right. Well, good piece, man. Let's see. Who do we have next? Mr. Martin. Would you like to go next? Hello, Mr. Martin.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Happy to be here. First time.
Lucas St. Martin, everyone. He's here.
Oh.
All right. So, I, like probably everybody, had a little bit of a struggle parsing, what to put into this design. I kind of thought, what was a universe, instead of trying to put them into one of their own universes, kind of try to think about what was a universe that this mashup could maybe fit into. And the first thing I kind of started messing around with was kind of like a Doom, like new Doom aesthetic. But I've just been doing so much hard surface stuff at work that I didn't really want to be rendering more metallics and hard edges and hard shapes, and try to incorporate a little bit more of that horror aesthetic into the kind of biomechanical instead. And yeah, so kind of try to figure, like you mentioned, I think the shoulder pads are kind of almost the only thing about Samus that makes her Samus, right? And so trying to put that in, it's like, okay, well, that's a given. And then how do we incorporate the Morrigan, which is a character that, like, I played Dark Stalkers forever ago, but am not particularly familiar with, as a character. But, trying to pick out the most important parts about her, I think, which is just the essentially the bodysuit and the wings, right? And I hadn't drawn a giant pile of skulls in a while, so figured I'd go with that.
I appreciate the pile of skulls. I also do want to say, dude, that Buster Cannon design, that's like so good. I have to give you that.
Thanks, dude.
Really good.
I see the Samus helmet. It's there. I see it.
There's the
Yeah,
Metroid
try
in
to-
his hand.
Yeah.
I dig the teeth on it.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a Predator inspiration in the helmet design. Just, seeing how sort of more organic I could make just like a normal kind of militaristic helmet.
That's so cool.
They should change your name, bro, after this picture.
So what?
Lucas Saint Nasty.
Like it. Changing name legally right now. Be at the court
Lucas-
tomorrow.
Martin ain't working out. Just Saint
Be at the
Nasty.
court tomorrow.
It's so nasty.
He forgot that Morrigan is more flat-chested than Samus. So those are Samus tits.
I just combined the two. Yeah. Just
Oh, that's why the nipples on the outer edge? I'm just joking.
Is that a thing? That's for real?
What?
Oh wait, you said Morgan's more busty, right?
No. Samus is more busty.
Oh, she's just hiding it.
And Morrigan, you didn't see Zero Samus? Zero
Bro,
Samus?
I'm not. I mean, I seen the
was
cosplayers.
on
They
the
look
phone.
great on
It
both
was
sides
on
of the
the
fence.
phone.
Check the tapes. What game are you referencing? Morgan more, less busty.
Bro, when you look for tits, you look for Zero Suit Samus.
I mean, that's true. But
I think
all
that's what
Morgan-
DeviantArt made it into.
Yeah, I think
It doesn't matter. If it's on the internet, it's facts.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
what
tell
they've
you,
done with all the
searching
female
for
designs.
reference for Samus, I found more boar than I ever wanted to in my lifetime.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's true.
what is this is a thing? This is a very specific thing.
She look up Nina in Tekken. She's like, she's a choreographer.
Oh, I can see
Yeah,
that.
when you're looking, and when you're looking, you're like, is anybody else looking?
Yeah, especially because as you can see, I'm casting from the living room. This is pretty open, so
Yeah.
just like drawing like. Started playing Cyberpunk, was doing the same thing. Oh god, I gotta make this character really fast.
Oh, 'cause the game, right?
Except done.
Can't ruin Christmas again. Not this
Amir, what
time.
happened when you leave the character, like Daniel Kong in Punk, Cyberpunk 2077? The dick disappears.
That's true.
Remember? It stops dangling there. It just becomes a unit.
That's what happens in real life too.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
Well, when you
It's winter.
That's true.
That's holding up, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, unless your dick's dangle if you don't
all
want.
right, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, that was a tangent. Get back to amazing
I'm glad we're
art.
more on to. Let's talk. No, let's not talk about this. Let's talk about penises. I like penises. Right? Who's with me? Who likes penises?
And
Clip that, guys.
All right.
I like mine.
Yeah, mine's great. I mean, it could always be better, but Anyway, tell me about this gun design here. Like, I see like tendrils and stuff kind of leading into the shoulder pad. Like, tell me the reasoning and like kind of how the functionality of that, how it would work.
Yeah, so like I said, I kind of was, when I was digging around for kind of ref and going kind of biomechanical, I was kind of looking. One of the things that I looked at most specifically was the Doom Mancubus, which just has all of this tech like built into, and it just looks like sore and nasty, right? Like it's not incorporated very well, and I didn't necessarily want it to make her look like she was like in pain, but still kind of wanted to add a little bit more gross to it, right? Add a little bit more of the horror element. Like what's kind of more nasty than just like a pile of worms, right? Just like, so kind of referencing that with sort of like a, the feel of kind of all the death that's on the ground, the kind of maggoty, kind of wormy, kind of try to keep that, like, I felt it felt right, kind of with the rest of the feel of the rest of the painting to me, at least.
Yeah, it looks horrifically fun. Like it's pretty lighthearted, but you stuck with
Mm-hmm.
the prompt. So good job, man. What do you wish you would have done that you didn't?
Ooh. I think. Well, I wish that I had done a simpler drawing, but I didn't do.
A lot of love. We can see
yeah.
all the love that went into this.
Yeah, but I was really digging it, and I don't get to do too much like sit down and draw and render at work. So, but I think some things that I would do differently is a little bit of posing stuff that I'm not super happy with. Kind of playing with how the legs were was definitely a thing that I struggled with. Just like I was happy with how the kind of the upper body and the arm flow was going, but just like exactly how the legs were positioned kept throwing me off. So it just kind of hid them mostly.
Well, that's all right. Artists are allowed to do that. We can do
Yeah, I
that.
went with the Rob Liefeld high defeat strategy.
But
Man,
instead
that
of
guy's
smoke, you use skulls.
Yeah, or like a couch or something. It's
Yeah,
the
the
couch.
couch.
that guy's hammered by the whole art community. Every single artist, comic artist, everybody is like.
I mean, I can't. His anatomy is crazy town, but I can't really hammer too hard. He made all the stuff that I love so dearly. So, like, man.
I think I have a
Yeah.
signed comic book by him, but
Remember
it's
when-
probably not worth that much, I imagine.
Don't you remember when we were kids and it was cool, that style?
Yeah, man. It's still sort of cool.
It's
There's a little bit of it, that nostalgia goodness in there.
totally. Like,
That's cool.
huge chest,
One time,
tiny head. Like, you gotta love it. He knows what the kids want.
Yeah. I do love those drawings of like the skeleton underneath those. Just like what this would actually be like are hilarious and amazing. But yeah, man, dude made Deadpool. I can't hate him. I gotta love him.
I think what happened was his muscles are like muscles on muscles, and they're like not realistic, but it just made you feel like it was just insanely strong characters because he was like making up muscles and stuff.
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
You know what I
Just
mean? And it's just
housing
like
group.
people are just, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, that was the thing, I think, back when you were a kid looking at it. You didn't understand anatomy, but you just looked at it and you're just like, whoa, that's so extreme,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And their faces
Yeah,
were so...
I agree. Like, I didn't understand
It's
why
a
everybody
style.
was dogging
It's a
on him
style.
until I started studying anatomy a little bit, and then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So, like you say, you don't get to draw a whole lot at work. Like what are you doing primarily at work then? Oh, you said
Primarily
hard
3D
surface.
modeling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, character art is predominantly what I do. At my last studio, we had two concept artists. Brian Flynn actually was here last week. Was one of them, but we had sort of a lack of concept, and I went to school for illustration specifically, not for 3D modeling, and so got to just do a ton of designs, which was a crazy sci-fi stylized project for a while, and then it switched to aliens, and I got to kind of invent some new xenomorphs and stuff like that, which was
That's awesome.
crazy fun. Yeah, it was crazy fun. But now I'm kind of just like right now we're sort of heads down. Just gotta make the models. Don't have time for doing sketches right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Grind time.
Yep, it's the best.
so what's your favorite part about what you did?
I mean, I had a lot of fun painting that arm, and kind of getting some like bounce lighting into it and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I kind of like the mood of it. You know, I try to have a lot of I don't use a lot of color in most of my drawing as of late, and so kind of really try to push color and not make it entirely local color and try to bounce some stuff around a little bit.
I fucking knew it. That arm is so like the superstar of the whole thing. It's so well done, man.
Yeah, real nice piece, man.
It's teeth on teeth.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
Hey, check it out. Someone in the chat says, "Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers."
Oh shit!
On
How much? Wait,
someone click that link and see if you
hear
get-
him out. Let's hear him out.
Let's see if you get computer aids.
Thanks for watching the stream, bot.
Restream bot.
All right. Well, good piece. Let's move on. Thank you, Mr. Lucas St. Martin. We're going to
Absolutely.
we're gonna dive into a little Star King right now.
My turn.
It's your turn.
I don't want to.
Look at it.
Oh, it's so good.
Look at it. It burns me.
It burns.
All right, take us on the journey, man. Tell us about this crazy illustration that you did.
Okay, so when I thought about mashing them up, I was like, man, how am I gonna do this? So I thought about Samus and her armor, and the elegance of Morgan, right? So I wanted to take I thought of Samus as the harder one, so I wanted the armor to be really hard next to her Morgan's exposed body. And I'm a big fan of darker, grittier future ideas of technology. So that's why Samus's armor in this image is harder. I think it looks heavy. There's a lot of hard edges. And then I wanted to show the elegance of Morgan by keeping her a little bit more exposed.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Not too much. As long as the whole areola is covered, that's just a little.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
decent.
It's decent.
She's
Yeah.
decent.
Very respectable.
Follow the Instagram code of conduct.
Yeah. But that was basically my idea. I wanted to see what maybe like a movie still would look like in a mashup kind of like this. I was thinking about movies like Event Horizon and things like that, where the technology is like darker, grittier, heavier, harder edges. There's a lot of steam everywhere. And I wanted it to be kind of like, I had to ask the expert about Metroids, what the hell those were. And so I wanted to put them, incorporate them in this, like it was maybe some kind of, they're starting to get overrun maybe by these things. And I wanted the armor to look like it was sort of coming together on her. And that's what I was trying to show around her legs. I wanted to, do something like that. And yeah, like I said, just a juxtaposition of the harder, heavier tech onto Morgan's body.
Those shoulder pads, though.
Yeah, and I thought about that at first too, because I wanted well, she's a succubus kind of demon kind of character, so I wanted the keep the silhouette, but I wanted to change them, so I made them skulls. And of course, like I said, I like my images to look like cinematics or keyframe kind of things, but I always have to do my signature breaking the frame, so that's what I did.
That's so sick.
Looks fantastic. Yeah.
Just for my own edification, how long did it take you to render this out? This would take me months.
This actually was probably, it was my
5 minutes.
fastest one that I've ever done.
45 minutes.
For the show.
Maybe 50.
Yeah, and then I spent a lot of time looking at it because I was feeling guilty because I was I'm done already. I was I'm finished, but I did it too fast, so maybe I should. No, that sounds like I'm bragging. I'm not. I really felt
Brag.
guilt
You
in
brag.
my heart and in
You
my
let
chest.
it. You show us the thing. You brag.
I just want
Slap it
some
in our
close-
faces.
I just want some close-ups.
You want some close-ups?
I
Do it.
just want to be able to see
Oh, wait,
some
you
of
can't
the
see what's on
crazy
the.
details. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, it's cool.
Let's see some close-ups.
It's interesting to see who thought that the underboob heart from Morgan was the thing, because I definitely was that's got to be in there. It's gotta be in there.
It kind of looks like her armor's still forming. Is that what's happening right here with these two pieces?
Yeah, that's what I wanted it to seem like. It was forming around her and it wasn't finished. coming on her, and that was kind of my idea too, because initially she was completely bare-chested, and
I
I
think
was
that's
like,
still in
oh,
good taste. Like if you did that, that's not like perverty or whatever. Like I think that would have
Yeah.
looked nice.
yeah, I'll probably do that for my OnlyFans. So she was initially bare-chested, and that was the initial idea I had about the armor coming onto her, because I wanted it to seem like, oh well, it's not finished forming around her. That's why she's still bare-chested to show that it's still Morgan under there.
Mm.
But then I was like, well, it sort of I couldn't depict that clearly enough, so then I decided to give her tight, leathery latex heart outfit, but still changed it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I
see the
understand.
little heart right here.
And
Yeah.
Can I get a straight answer though? How long did it take to render it?
Yeah.
So
Get it out.
need it.
Don't lie either.
I mean, I don't. I mean,
You didn't count, did you? Rough estimate.
I really.
It all happened so fast, you know.
It really did. I spent a lot of time afterwards thinking, should I do something else? Should I do more? Should I do another angle? Because I just felt like I did this one so fast in comparison.
You're
to,
never gonna get it, Amir. It's not coming.
Well, I think I get what he's saying though. It's like there are times where you're working on a piece and then you just have to spend 3 days just like, is it done though? Is it? Maybe I could change this. Maybe I could change this. And then you revert your changes back to the thing that was already finished. Is that kind of like what you're getting at?
So no, I did it in 3 hours. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did it the day of an announcement.
He just doesn't want to break my heart. It's fine. No, I get it. You're looking out for a homie.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
yeah.
he'll let you know on his
I
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, the
You-
only man with the
You gonna try Dandruffles
Yeah,
later?
we're gonna share
Um,
that next, actually.
But yeah, so I did spend a lot of time afterwards sort of staring at it, and my husband had to come by and be like, just stop. Let it go. You finished this like last week, just let it go. So, it was one of those pieces. But I just had a good time. I just really wanted to sort of depict the sort of tech sci-fi that I find appealing, like the harder, heavier, grittier. Maybe not so elegant. She might not be doing flips in this, but she'll be, at least her legs and her shoulders and her arms will be protected. So.
You never played the game Star King, right?
No, I know that she turns into like a little ball sometimes, right?
Yeah, little ball, cute
You know
little
what it
ball.
looks like?
So,
It looks like she just like found out all these Metros about to jump her. She's swapping suits. That's what it looks like. Because she can
Bam.
swap suits.
suit
Bam.
swap.
There you
On the
go.
scenario.
Yes, that's what it is. That's
That's
key
what we're gonna go
frame
with.
That
of
was
the
it.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's going down. I'm swapping my suit. Look at
Yes.
my tits. Boom.
So,
But yeah, and then of course I wanted to keep, aside from this, the silhouette of the shoulders, I wanted to give her the helmet. So initially I was gonna have blonde hair and her face was out, but instead I gave her the Samus helmet.
her pose is kind of like saying, I go in outer space like this. I don't give a fuck. She's going outer space with her chest out like that.
yeah, why not? Well, she is part vampire, so why not, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ever seen Dark Wars? That's where vampires come from.
She does what she wants.
Like
Right.
those tits are Metroid bait traps. You just gotta, man.
So,
We missed out on an opportunity to turn her kids into Metroids.
oh yeah, see that would have been
We
super
all
tasteful.
wasted that opportunity.
Super tasteful.
Yeah.
That
Every
would-
one of us.
Such a
Shame on
taste-
everyone.
right?
Big nasty.
So did you have any issues when you were first working on this, or did it all run smooth?
I think this one, the idea kind of came really fast when, because initially I thought that Morgan was just gonna win because I really wanted to paint something like I usually do, which is like real. I just wanted to paint her. I really wanted to paint Morgan, you know. But then when they did the mashup, I sort of kept the same pose in mind that I had, changed it a little bit. But I think it came to me fairly quickly when I thought about putting it in a darker, grittier future. Yeah, so not so bad.
And what's your favorite part about what you did?
I like a lot of it.
Is it one of those pieces where you just like when you're done? You're like, everything.
Yeah, I was
like
really,
everything.
I was honestly. Well, I'm not saying it's perfect or anything, but I do feel like, you know, I liked how this one turned out,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm pleased with it. I really like the armor. I don't usually paint things like this. That's why I didn't do the Gundam show or anything like that. I don't do hard armor stuff. So I guess I'll say that I was very proud of that and being able to do that, and also the design of her gun. I kind of liked that, the gun arm. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Great work, man. Any other feedback from you guys? You guys got anything to say? You want to say about it? About the
I
hotness?
just noticed that her pauldrons are skulls. That shit's dope. And her buster is so well thought out too. Like the arm cannon. Look at, like, if you zoom in there, you can see all the love he thought about the functionality. He put in some panels so you can see how much ammo you have left. Jesus, man. You really... And then he's like, yeah, I did it in 2 hours, whatever. So good. So good, bro. Yeah, I always look up to you, man.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Aw, mwah, 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 mwah. So much love on the Monster Show.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, well, fantastic work. Love you. Let's move on.
Oh, I love you guys too.
What is happening here? There we go.
Great job, man.
Thanks.
All right. We just stop that for a second. All right. So, we have another one. This gentleman was not able to meet with us because he got the Rona, or something like the Rona. This is Danderful. This is by Danderful. He's been on the show a number of times. Dan Madrid. He did give us a little write-up about the piece. He says, "Hi everyone. This piece was hard, mostly because I am sick as beep. Ha 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 ha." And at first I thought the mix was Samus and Sailor Moon for some reason. And when I realized I was wrong, it was too late, and I just went with it. Good job, Danderful. All right. The other difficult part, we're all artists. We're not scientists. You know, it's fine. The other difficult part about this was balancing all the light sources. That's why it looks a bit crazy. If you get a closer look at her hand, pelvis, and shoulders, you can... Scrolling down as I'm reading, and it sucks. All right. You can see the level of completion. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. I just added some extra ha's. And as you know, I love to detail everything, but this time I just focused on the fun parts to make it look kind of finished at first glance. At least that was the intended goal. Again, I couldn't finish the piece as much as I would have wanted to, but I really liked the design. I didn't use any visual reference on the final idea because my goal was to have fun, and that's why you see that amount of color and non-horrificness depicted here. Ha 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 ha. I love this character so much, and I really enjoyed doing this crazy futuristic alien-esque sucky by a female creature. Thank you so much for inviting me again, and I'll be watching you live. I wouldn't miss it. You guys rock. The Alliance is alive, Bodega. Cheers. Oh, look at that. A little call out to Bodega.
Hey.
Oh,
Mouth hugs for Bodega.
Yeah, man. I love it.
So this is his.
Action.
Super colorful. I think this is probably the most colorful thing that he's ever done. But he often opts in for you know, like super like saturated colors and whatnot. He pops them in usually like hot points. But this lady's neon. What do you guys you guys have any feedback?
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Nami Alliance.
Alliance.
Alliance. All positive.
That's my boy, Nami Alliance. Mighty Havoc in the chat says, looks like a rave girl. Yes, it does. This chick.
Havoc's here? No! Okay,
So
sorry.
you're back.
Yeah, I do like Havoc, though.
Exactly.
I like Havoc, too. Thanks for coming, Havoc.
You should be on the show one of these days.
Come on, Havoc. Get on here.
Get on.
Yalla, yalla, habibi. Come on the show.
Okay. Yeah, Kepa Haluk. Feedback? I don't know what to say because he kind of said all the things. So.
It looks like a queen bee type monster.
Yeah, definitely don't see the Samus. Well, maybe a little bit in the shoulder pads. A little bit.
The
Gotta
thighs. The thighs are Samus. And the little vagina gap is Samus.
That's true. She has that.
And
I think it's interesting because he tried to like do the Samus shoulder pads and then also get the like Morrigan sash.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting take, right? Because Morgan's got the half shoulder. Like, oh, that's immediately a conflict with the other character. How do you resolve? That's a really interesting solution. It also feels a lot like a character from like the Gem world.
Yeah, like a gem character, like those
Yeah.
gotcha games. Yeah. Gotcha gem game. Yeah, for sure.
well, he did the visor. He did the Samus helmet visor.
He did.
Mhm.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, keeping Sailor Moon in mind, this is a great Samus Sailor Moon mashup.
With the Morrigan wings. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he resolved the shoulder pads, like Lucas said.
Yeah, that's a
Really
great
awesome.
observation. Like, I wish I kind of would have done something similar. Actually, I like how he kind of cut him in half and kind of wrapped him around instead. It's a real good idea.
I don't know what's going on with the floating rings on the Buster, but it looks really cool, and it's lit like very efficiently. I like that.
Yeah, I'm getting some Day of the Dead vibes too. Like after what's that movie with it's the Day of the Dead Disney movie? Anybody?
Oh god. Why can't I remember it?
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, got some of those vibes too. But love you, Danderful. I hope your AIDS get better. And thanks for throwing us something, even though you're
with Alejandro.
Coco.
You're
Oh,
sick. You're so
Supposed to bleep
sick.
out the AIDS.
He'll get better.
AIDS.
Knock on wood, he'll get better.
Hey,
He's gonna get better.
what do we have left? Mine's left. All right, let's do mine. Don't always do one, but this time I did it because it's been a while and I was getting a little rusty. So here's mine. It's probably the most non-horrific thing that I've ever done. Like typically I lean pretty dark and I'm kind of in tune with all that, but I think I got, just like everybody else, had the same issue of what to focus on. Like, okay, I'm mixing these two characters, but also it has to be horrific. So it broke me. It broke me.
Oh no, it cracked the
Broken
egg.
man before you.
It cracked me a little bit. Like, but this is my design. I tried to get the best of both worlds from each character. I really like James Star King's shoulder pads so much that I felt it through the force and actually did my own skull shoulder pads as well. I tried to incorporate the battiness of Morgan, like she's in her gun, like there's like bat wings coming off, like the explosion, and like an extra bat, like because when she does like moves and stuff, right, like she's got bat stuff happening, right? And these bomb things kind of work like with these miasmatic, is that a word? Miasmatic wings. I'm gonna make it a word if it's not.
It's a word now.
They wheeze a lot when they flap.
Oui.
Yes, man. Wow.
I see that. That was great. I see what you did there. Outside of that, I pretty much tried to morgify, another word, Morriganify Samus's suit. I give her a little bat visor. I gave her some tatas. I did a little bat symbol on her like beneath her chest, and on her knee pads, and I think that's it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be like the coolest Batman motorcycle helmet I've ever seen.
Does it look like a Batman helmet?
Just like the cutout reads sort of like the Batman, like the Nolan Batman.
Oh, yeah.
It's super cool.
No, I could see it. Well, they both kind of have that bat symbol now. Like, she has bat symbols all over her legs, so like you can't really get away from it too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah. All right, feedback.
What's the story behind the miasma wings? How does that work?
Well, she has like thrusters on her back that like they pull from. Like you can see like a tiny bit of it from the side, like just a little bit of just a hair of it. Initially, my idea with that was to just give her like normal like robot wings that kind of look like they ball up, and I'm like, man, that's like the obvious answer. Like that's what anybody would do with like a mech suit, like just give her mech wings. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I tried this, and I don't know. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it either. So it was kind of fun to, I don't know, like I kind of like the idea. So yeah.
Honestly, I'm actually really jazzed up about you not like being absolutely mortified at jumping so far out of your comfort zone. Seeing like James out of his element and still being able to perform at such a high level is like, it really warms my heart. So good job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks a bunch, man.
It's incredible, dude. I really love it.
Thanks, Randy.
It's a really great design. You really pushed it. You really look like you went out of your comfort zone for this one. And you did something that, I don't know, like you said, it's the least like horrific thing you've done, and it looks like you really tried to do a different style, and you did very successfully.
I didn't even like really try to do a different style. It just kind of like happened because I think it broke my brain once again to like not do like normally just add something horrific to a redesign. I'm like, all right, that design is 2 or 3 things. Okay, just take those 2 or 3 things and horrify them. Cool, got it. This, I got lost. So I just ended up pretty much just combining the 2 characters with like a, such a small dash of horror. Like, it's not even probably noticeable. So I added skulls. Yay.
I do like most people pretty much just avoided that super gaudy orange armor. Everyone's like, nope. None of that.
It's not terrifying.
Yeah, no Walmart armor. Like,
No Walmart armor.
Yeah, like the purple works, I think, or any of the dark colors. As soon as you start making it orange, it doesn't lean towards.
It's tough.
It doesn't lean towards Morrigan, So
yeah.
But the thing my biggest hurdle was, I guess, trying to make it look horrific. Because it kind of doesn't, but my favorite part is that I had kind of fun, jump. I didn't know I was jumping out of my comfort zone, and I'm kind of happy I tricked myself, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's it.
I like those bison kneecaps.
Does Bison have something similar?
Yeah, that's like the bison logo in Street Fighter the movie.
Oh,
That's a very specific reference.
It is.
She has like bat shin guards too.
All day.
It works for the Morgan crowd. Still Capcom. Still in the same universe.
It's a Capcom situation, and then the wings look like more like Samus blue ass in space.
That's a very specific reference.
Yeah. That is more specific than the prior reference.
Yeah. I was like, the second I tried to rein you in, you just like, fuck it. She just shit in face.
Yeah, like you got like that like wet tail from the hamster. But I'm just joking. I like you incorporated some grenades. Like,
Oh
that's,
yeah,
that's the details that like really matter, because like some of those grenades are grenades she throws, and some of the grenades are grenades when she's in a ball, and that's pretty dope.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, they kind of. My idea is they kind of like floated around in the miasma, and then like when she wanted to use them, then she would use them accordingly. So.
That's cool. So
Right.
is it like normally in the shape of bat wings?
Yes.
Miasma, and then it trails like behind her as she moves, or is it just only like statically wings?
Just like a miasma of loosely shaped like bat wings. Like you're like, hey, that's kind of in the shape of a bat, but they're kind of like moving all the time. So like I imagine when she's moving like forward, they kind of will trail behind her more and look a little bit less like bat wings. But when she's stopped, they kind of like gather and then
And kind of drip almost a little bit.
I don't know about drip, but like just keep like kind of moving and undulating and whatnot. But,
I like that you snuck some little bat wings into the laser, like the energy trail.
yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Playing Dark Stalkers back in the day, I didn't even look her up again. I just kind of remembered like when she would do
Yeah,
moves, like there would be like little bats that would like explode out of everything that she did, which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Pretty cool.
It's pretty dope that like James came up with the idea to add Morrigan to the list. So like this was all him, like that concept.
what are you
I'm
talking about?
surprised.
No, you fixed the books.
Nah, I didn't fix nothing.
Oh, you.
Nah, I don't fix no book.
He's the book cooker.
Nah, nah.
All right, we
I had to
When we
hear
were going
about
over the poll, you said, I said, look, we need some girls in the show. Boom. And you were like, Morrigan, Dark Stalkers, and then you said the girl, the kitty cat girl, forgot her name.
Felicia. Yeah, she
Oh.
would have been fun.
Yeah, should have been cool.
Yeah, she's a cool design.
So this was you.
I had a little crush on those two. Wish they were real. Now they are via cosplay.
Yeah.
But anyway, next show. When's the next show, guys? Who knows when the next show is?
It's the 27th. It's a Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. East Coast.
Damn, someone's on point.
6
Love
p.m.
it.
East Coast. And I cooked the books. We're doing oral.
We're doing.
Books, oral.
Bodega is giving us all oral. It's gonna be awesome.
Moral oral.
with an E.
So they're gonna be a redesign of this misguided little Christian boy in the spirit of Christmas and horrifically redesigned. It's gonna be badass if the right people come on board.
Is he also a mashup with Morrigan?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
yeah, that'd be great. More oral with beautiful big breasts.
Yeah, like moral oral at the glory hole. That's pretty much the concept.
What if we did mix them with something? Is that even possible? What would you
I would
mix
say
them with?
it'd be cool if you could mix them with like Gremlins, Spike, maybe something like that.
You won't even be able to tell it's him. I got some ideas though. I'll try to bust them out.
Cook the books.
Cooking the books. Whatever he wants to win, he makes it happen. I love it.
Cook the books.
Oh, look at that sarcasm. I love it.
No, I didn't say it.
Oh, I hear it. You can't fool me. I hear it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, it's great. Have them cook the books.
Daryl in the chat says, "Great work, guys. Thank you, Daryl. Love you.
Cooking the
Thanks for
books.
Yeah, like that.
Fucking great.
All right, so next show is the 27th. We are doing Moral Oral. If you guys haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. I got to do a little watch. Basically, it's about a moral oral. It's about a kid named Moral Oral, and he does some devious stuff and very proper. I don't know. Describe it, Bodega. Do it.
Basically, sometimes he makes mistakes in his interpretation of God's will. And his interpretation of God's will makes him like beat on people and do horrible things by mistake. Because he's thinking that God is like, that's the way God would want it. So he's like misguided little kid.
So he's a crusader.
Yeah, he's misguided youth. Yeah.
He's a crusader. I dig it. Well, that's the next show on the 27th. Some of us might be there. I'll definitely be here. Bodega's going to be here.
I have to be here.
He has to be here. This is his job.
Sanctioned.
And he cooked the book, so he definitely has to be here for that
That
one.
was sanctioned by the law.
Again, today we had Amir Alam,
Kifahalu.
Kefa Haluk, James Starking,
Yay! I have prints for sale. Buy them.
Randy Toroni,
Couchmaster. Woo!
Lucas Saint Martin,
Saint
What up?
Nasty.
Rioma,
Peace.
and Bodega Nights.
Nigga nights.
And I'm your host, J.R. Coffin. You guys want to check out these artists? They did some amazing work today. You guys want to see more of that stuff? Click below in the video description, and you guys can check out all of it. But until the next couple weeks, goodbye.
Later. We missed you, Danderful. My man.
Kisses for Danderful.
To be a part of the next show or have a hand in the votes, like us on all the social medias and subscribe to this channel. As always, thanks for tuning in to Monstieur Mix.